Hello, everybody. You're looking live. You see me all smiles. Just one of the cool things of doing Lead Pitch Live, just having some great fun here with my good friend, Dena. We're here at the Children's Network of Southwest Florida, and they've been outstanding in accommodating Lead Pitch Live, and I think you're going to enjoy what we have coming up right now. We're going to get to talk about one of the great sororities in the world, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the red and white. We have their president here for the Collier County Alumni Chapter. Dena is here. So Dena, let me bump you in right quick. Just put that mug right there.
Absolutely.
Good to get you here under the auspices of being the president of that fine chapter in Collier County, which that's in the Naples area, if you're looking at this from somewhere outside of Florida. Yeah. Hey, this is your second term as president.
This is my second term as president of the Collier County Alumni Chapter.
That means you must have done pretty well the first term that you got re-elected. Is that fair to say?
I like to hope so.
Did you win by a landslide?
By a landslide.
Okay, then. It's not like everybody wants to do the hard work anyway.
I was going to say I won because I was the only person running, so that tends to help.
That lets you know that I'm Greek, right? Phi Beta Sigma, we know how that is. Well, I have a nice affinity for the sorority and life and the deltas and all the Greek letter organizations, sororities and fraternities. So we do a pretty good job in making the community a better place to live, work, play, and do business.
That's right.
As doing business, before we get into your upcoming Founders Day luncheon.
Sure, charter anniversary luncheon.
Right, 10-year anniversary. It seemed like it's been 10 years, but I remember when they were talking about starting a chapter in Collier County, it was like 10 years, man.
I know.
That went by like
It went by really fast.
Let's talk about some of your overall initiatives of your organization,
Sure.
your principles and things like that.
Absolutely. So Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is, for those who don't know, a service-based organization. And so we are rooted in sisterhood, scholarship, and social action and service. And so originally, when the chapter was founded, we recognized that there was a huge need in Naples, Immokalee, Everglades City. And so our chapter was founded to address those needs. So we focus on issues that affect people of color, especially Black Americans. And so we initiate programs in education, health, economics, international awareness, and of course, social action. And so our two signature programs, if I can talk about them a little bit before I get to the chartering anniversary, are really our Career Conversations, which is a one-day workshop where we bring students, mostly students of color, in to meet with professionals, Black professionals, who work across the spectrum, engineering, law, medicine, real estate, public relations, and they get to have conversations with these professionals about their career with hopes that we are inspiring them and giving them a little bit of guidance on different career paths they can take. And so we started that program probably the third year after we were chartered, and it has done phenomenally well. It's usually the first Saturday of March. We actually usually get a bus chartered from Immokalee to bring Immokalee students to Naples, and we host that at the Boys and Girls Club in Collier County. And so that's one of our signature programs. And something else we are really known for is our social action. And social action is really the core of Delta Sigma Theta. And so we look at it as our job to create informed voters. And so while we don't talk about who to vote for, we do a lot of work registering voters, following issues so that we can inform people of the issues that may affect them. And also we work the election polls on Election Day. And really? My chapter as a whole volunteers helping and assisting voters with
coming voting. Out of the women's suffrage movement, right?
Exactly.
Now, years ago I came down there. I think it was something for businesses. I saw these vendors around. It was something you guys were putting on. Do you know what that might have been?
Absolutely. So that was one of our first economic seminars for entrepreneurs. Well, it focused on entrepreneurs, and our goal with that event was to bring together different businesses so they could all work together to network and actually talk a little bit about what the challenges they face as small business owners and how we can assist them and how they can help each other.
So you still have that as one of your initiatives?
We still do that event, and we also, so we started with our economics program focusing on businesses. We transitioned a little bit after the pandemic to focus on individuals and help them with their personal finances.
Okay.
We realized a lot of people found themselves in different situations during the pandemic and afterward, and so we really focused on helping them with money matters, how to get out of debt, how to buy a home, and things like that, and personal finances.
Okay, so let's roll over to your 10th anniversary celebration.
Yes.
First, you want to shout out Rhonda Barnes, the chair.
Absolutely.
Shout you out, Rhonda. You're famous on TV now. What can we expect on 10/21/2023?
Sure. So our chapter has the distinction of being chartered in 2013, October 26, 2013, which was the centennial year of Delta Sigma Theta. We were the only Southern Region chapter that was chartered that year, and we're one of the first African American organizations chartered in Collier County. And so that was 10 years ago. So we will be hosting a celebratory luncheon on October 21st. And we have the pleasure of welcoming our 25th National President, Dr. Paulette C. Walker, who will be our keynote speaker. And we also have entertainment. And so Cheyenne Roberts, who is the youngest member of June's Diary, which is the group that was founded by Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child. And so she will be singing at the event.
When we have national presidents, former or current, coming to the area, people need to understand the magnitude of that. Give them some concept of how huge it is when you have a national president of a national organization like Greek letter organization, any one of them, and certainly Delta Sigma Theta coming to the community.
It's a really big deal for us, and honestly, I think people who are not as familiar with the Divine Nine organizations, Delta Sigma Theta has over 350,000 initiated members. That's over 1,000 chapters worldwide. And so our national president is the head of the organization and speaks for all of us as a membership. She really sets direction and the vision. And so we're fortunate that Dr. Paulette T. Walker, who is our 25th national president, was also the national president when our chapter was chartered.
Let's go to what can we expect from your keynote speaker?
So she's a fantastic speaker. Dr. Paulette C. Walker was a major of mathematics when she was in college, and she's from Detroit, but she calls Florida home now, the Tampa Bay area. And so all of her speeches center or start with something about numbers, and she uses the date, she uses things that, you know, it can be the number of people in the audience. She's her mind is really brilliant, and so she's exciting to listen to.
I think I heard her some years ago when she was here for something.
When you say numbers, people usually know who you're talking about.
Right. I remember that lady getting up there having all of us laughing, and she was able to work all that into the speech and everything.
Yeah.
You mentioned, I want to go back to this singer, so it's going to be live entertainment?
There'll be live entertainment.
And would that be a band?
There will be well, it's a luncheon, so we won't really have our dancing shoes on for this particular event, but it will be truly a celebration of the work that we have done in Collier County and the lives that we have
You guys have
impacted.
been outstanding. I've watched you. I've come to some of your events, and you're off to a rousing start to being one of the great chapters. Has your chapter garnered any awards in that 10-year period?
We have. We've won the regional small chapter, best chapter award for small chapters. We have won awards for our arts and letters programming. We've won awards for our social action program. So what I call a small but mighty chapter. We typically average about 25 members. A lot because Naples is still very seasonal. So, you know, people come from up north, they come down, you know, south for a time, they may move back around. So it's a transitional period, but the work that we do is year round. And so we don't rest on our laurels, and we certainly won't rest now that we've had 10 years of success. my goal is to help us deepen our reach in the community and do more programming for the next year.
You're a nonprofit, 501c3, so people can make contributions in all types of ways. And when they purchase tickets to come to that luncheon, they're helping you guys to put on a lot of the programs that you just enunciated. And if you want to expand on that, I think you have your scholarship programs as well.
Absolutely. So the proceeds from this event in particular will benefit our scholarship program. And so we award scholarships not just to graduating seniors from high school, but we also give book scholarships to current college students, especially those who focus on social action.
Mm-hmm. What has been, you personally, I don't know how long you've been a Delta. Has it been over 100 years yet?
It's been over 20 years that I've been a member.
Gotcha, didn't I? So what has it done for you personally as an individual, being a part of the sorority?
Absolutely. So it has really given me, one, a sisterhood, and I think that was probably the most important when I was in undergraduate. I went to a predominantly white institution, and so having that chapter, and we were a small chapter.
Go ahead and call the college name out.
College of William and Mary in
Where's
Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
One of the second oldest universities in the nation, chartered in 1693. And it was great to have that sisterhood. There were probably about 5 of us that came in with me, probably 13 members total. And it really gave me a basis for what it means to do service and purpose-driven service. So I remember one of the first programs that we did when I was an undergraduate was we used to volunteer at the public library and help people who were learning English as a second language pass their GED. And so that really just gave me really a sense of purpose, and I've been running with Delta ever since.
Okay, let's go back to your keynote speaker. Why did you choose her?
Again, Dr. Paulette C. Walker was the national president when our chapter was chartered in 2013, and so that had particular significance to us.
Okay.
And also she's a Florida girl now, so it was good to have someone from the southern region.
All right, good. What are some particular areas that you service in Collier County?
So we focus on education, health, and economics, and of course social action. And so our larger programs are focused on education, which revolves around our youth mentoring, our scholarship program, and of course our career conversations program. Our economic programs since the pandemic have been mostly focused on helping individuals with personal finance.
I see.
Our health initiatives, we're taking a bit of a turn. We have volunteered previous years with our National Breast Cancer Walk, the March of Dimes, which we hope to do again this year. But we're also focusing on mental health, something else that we realized after the pandemic, people tend to need more resources around that. So that's really our focus for the year.
Let's talk about those tickets for the banquet. They are available right now.
Absolutely.
Where can people go to get them? And also they can get ads in your souvenir journal. They can be sponsors. This is your opportunity. Sell it.
So tickets and sponsorships are available. You can go to our website, which is www.collierdeltas.org. You can find the sponsorship information there, as well as a link to the Eventbrite site to purchase your tickets.
And there is no old-fashioned phone number people can call at this time. Don't do that.
I'm like, yeah, I don't want to put Rhonda's information, but I do want to give a really special thanks, though, to the chairs of this event, Rhonda Burns and Cynthia Cave. They've done a phenomenal job sponsoring, and also they helped us secure you, Lee Pitts, as our media sponsor.
Oh, that's right. They landed the big fish, Lee Pitts. That's huge. Rhonda, you landed me. Rhonda kept texting me, and she finally landed Lee Pitts Live as a media sponsor. I'm so excited about that. And who knows, I may end up being right there in the front seat. All that's great. I'm so proud of everything you guys have been able to accomplish over there. Keep up the good work. When you look into the crystal ball 5-10 years from now, what do you hope that people will see with the Collier County chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated alumni chapter?
That's right. Well, I hope to really further the work that we have done. I am really proud of the impact we have made And I am proud of the fact that people know who those ladies in red are. When we go to the school board meetings, when they were looking to hire a new superintendent in Collier County, you know, those ladies in red with our red jackets were right there in the room to make sure that they were hiring the right person. So, yeah, that's
And you
that's
were
what I
all
hope
over
to
the
see.
place too for Kamala Harris, if I think. I saw you all up in Washington, D.C. when
Yeah.
she was becoming the Vice President of the United States of America. So, and she's an AKA, and you supporting the AKA, getting all that in.
We support good. We support favorable issues.
Well, who knows? You have a Delta next President of the United States. Let me bump you out. Those Deltas are everywhere. Of course, I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, so frats don't text me and say, call that out, Lee, make sure you say it. Remember, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like the outstanding women of Collier County Alumni Chapter, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, who are doing it. And Miami may have the oranges, but Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Collier County Alumni Chapter has got the
Juice.
They got the juice. We'll see you.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello everybody, this is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show, and if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.